Alrighty guys, just Sunstrider here, and welcome back to the obligatory end of the year 2021 reflection video thing. I don't know what else to call this video.
Firefight.
And there are definitely...
Defend this zone.
Well, this video is going to be twofold, right? There's going to be a couple of things I want to get off my chest here before we go into the new year, and the other thing is just looking into the new year itself. And I will admit that this video will be sounding like a giant cliche in the YouTuber apology video stereotype, but I don't know how else to structure this video, so apologies if it does go down that route. But I just need to say what's on my mind, and this is the only way I know how to do it. But with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get that cliche side of the video out of the way by saying that, yeah, there's no denying that I fucked up a lot of times over the past year, right? There were definitely a lot of things I learned about streaming. A lot of things I could have done better, and a lot of things that have made me think that maybe I'm not cut out for YouTube and Twitch, and I've definitely considered just quitting this shit altogether and just leaving the YouTube and Twitch community as a whole. Right? And that has to do with a combination of things that have happened. The biggest thing being that if you guys have been here for any semblance of time, you may have at least heard of what happened with Green. Green used to be a friend of the channel until he started to get a little bit too nosy, a little bit too demanding, and a little bit too backseaty for my taste, where he started to really, he started to just shit on all of the games that I played, and he started, like, damn near demanding that I go play other stuff, and it was really those types of comments that kind of ruined the Far Cry 4 playthrough I did, because Green was pretty much there constantly shit-talking Far Cry 4, and almost, like he was trying to force me to go play Far Cry 2 or something, or whatever Far Cry it was. I think it was Far Cry 2. And yeah, it's like, listen, game suggestions are okay, but when you're getting that aggressive, you may need to reconsider your actions there. And he was also begging to play co-op whenever I had a co-op game, and it's like, just because a game has co-op doesn't mean I want to play co-op the whole time. And yeah, it was just a combination of shit that just got on my nerves to the point where I lashed out at him multiple times over the course of a few now deleted VODs, because obviously I don't want to put that shit up on my channel and all that stuff. But yeah, it just has to do with dealing with trolls and dealing with those types of people in general. It was definitely a learning experience there. And speaking of backseating, I've also had several run-ins with, where Green was definitely a perfect example of somebody who does backseat. I definitely think I've had troubles in the past figuring out who's backseating and who's just trying to give general advice, because obviously when people go into a live stream, 90% of people, just want to see gameplay of a game they're interested in or really like themselves. Maybe they're really good at it or something, and they want to see whatever streamer is happen to be the streamer of choice for them. They just want to see them succeed and stuff, right? And have fun, enjoy the game, maybe learn something from the game. And depending on how well things go, they may even become interested in them as a streamer and stick around for a bit, right? And however, if someone's really good at a game, or they think something may go well, they may give a couple of tidbits of advice here and there. However, I've always had an issue discerning that from actual Backseaters, which was what green was. So, yeah, that has led to some undesired situations and a sort of disconnect I've created between my channel and myself. Because I've always said I'm uninterested in YouTube as a way to make money, or try to make a living off of it. That doesn't mean I'm not interested in the community building sense that YouTube and Twitch has. Right? So Furious recently started streaming and he's doing really good for himself for just starting out and all that stuff. Well, I've been going at this since, 2015. And, I've had my fair bit of ups and downs and stuff. And because of that, I've been feeling that disconnect between me and the community I had. Because there was a moment on YouTube, or there was a time on YouTube where I was getting like semi-constant engagement on videos, like a good number of likes, a good number of comments, and they were mostly positive comments. Obviously, there were spam and bot comments in there, but those can just be deleted or automatically detected and deleted by YouTube's system. And the ones that are not, I delete myself. So, however, I think a lot of it started when I started my Long War of the Mod Jam playthrough, which is obviously a heavily modded Long War of the Chosen experience. There was one person in the comments of the YouTube bots who was posting a lot of rapid messages on the same video multiple times in a row. Right now, I don't mind comments on videos. Obviously, just try not to post like 3 comments in rapid succession. Try to watch the whole video before you decide what to comment and all that stuff, just to avoid clutter and spam and all that stuff. However, the big thing is that before I even started streaming Long War with the Mod Jam, I did a test campaign. I do that for all of my modded XCOM 2 campaigns to make sure everything works well together, and if something doesn't go right, I can either find the mod causing it, adjust the values, go into the INI, or just, remove the mod or something like that, Balance the mod list before I start streaming to avoid situations that like what happened in the another Raiders roleplay through where the custodians were kicking my ass with the increased pod sizes mod that I had. I didn't get far enough in my test campaign, so I didn't see how annoying the custodians were. Ah, man. Excuse me, there's a tickle in the back of my throat that makes me want to cough every time I take a breath. Ugh. However, during the pre-campaign setup video, which I always do before starting a new XCOM 2 campaign to show people the mod list, show people the theme of the campaign, I added like a short 5 to 10 minute tidbit at the end of the Long War of the Chosen Mod Jam, Long War of the Mod Jam video, specifically to show people that I did get some experience in Long War of the Chosen, and of course I watch a lot of Dureva and Illogical on YouTube and Twitch, so I know a thing or two about Long War of the Chosen. So I don't have the tutorial enabled, and I also don't need to be babied through it too. It's kind of a nice way of warning people to try not to backseat too much, because I know that I'll overthink it and overreact to it, because I haven't exactly perfected that knowledge yet. So I wanted to avoid that situation from happening, but lo and behold, it happened anyway. And I left a kind of passive-aggressive comment on as a reply to the person on YouTube who was constantly giving advice and constantly making multiple messages on the same YouTube video. Right, and that's pretty much the reason why I was a little frustrated there, because, I purposely added that 5 to 10 minute chunk for that particular reason, and people either ignored it, you know, they didn't watch the whole pre-campaign setup video, so they missed it, or something like that, you know, or they just didn't care, you know, they saw that, or they still think I needed help, even though it specifically said to, you know, try not to backseat too much, or try not to, spam too much, or I'll think you're backseating, or something like that, something along those lines, right? So that's why I got a little bit frustrated there. So, you know, and ever since that, ever since I made that comment, I haven't gotten a single like or comment or anything outside of the views on my videos ever since I started, and that's where the disconnect comes from, right? I feel like I overreacted, and because I overthink stuff too, I always assume the worst out of a situation, and I think that, you know, my channel is dying or is already dead, or nobody wants to talk to me anymore because they think I'll just snap at them again, and, you know, that's not what I want to be known for, but it feels like the damage is already done, and that's already the type of channel I have. So I did just want to address that and apologize for any of those people who I may have scared off in hopes of, you know, maybe starting fresh in the new year, right? That's why I saved this for the end of the year review video, because I wanted to try to say this earlier. I did mention it in the description of the next next pair of XCOM videos I uploaded, but I don't know if anybody read that or if they saw that, but they didn't care to take that into account, which is why I saved it for the end of the year video, because I just wanted to get that off my chest and all that stuff, right? And it's not only my channel that I've been doing this too. I remember in Doreva's server, I kinda got into a confrontation with somebody in Doreva's server, which is definitely overstepping my boundaries, because it's not even my server, so
Double kill.
I shouldn't try to tell people how to act in something that's not my server, and I don't make the rules for it. So I definitely felt like that was kind of the final nail in the coffin, and that's when I started to think that nobody was really wanting to communicate with me on YouTube or Twitch or anything, and that's pretty much why I think that all my views have pretty much, all of my active viewers have pretty much turned into lurkers, essentially, because they don't want to engage with me and, you know, overthinking and all that stuff, right? Now, I did apologize to Doreva and Doreva's community as a whole during Doreva's next live stream. Doreva, you know, he told me not to worry about and all that stuff, and it feels like things were, seemed like things were all good, but I definitely think, at least my mind wants to tell me, or my anxiety or my paranoia wants to tell me that, you know, people are still judging me and all that shit, and, you know,
Double kill.
nobody's going to ever want to, no one's going to respect your channel anymore because you fucked up, essentially, is what I think. Even though people have been showing no signs of that, and, you know, people do still acknowledge my existence outside of my YouTube channel, but it's a whole fucking thing, and, you know, without turning into a broken record, that's pretty much the gist of what happened over the year. So hopefully this video can clear some things up, explain why I acted the way I acted, and hopefully we can all hit the rewind switch, I guess, which, you know, that's also another thing I've been thinking about a lot this year, you know. It's always weird how people, you know, get over stuff like this, right? Because, you know, 1 minute people can be all yelling at each other, then, you know, 30 minutes, couple days later, people can be acting like it never happened. Right? I don't understand why, I guess I never understood how people can do that. right? And that's not just on stream. That's like in real life too, you know, where it's like you have an argument with your family, and then the next day, you know, everybody's acting like it never happened, or everybody's, you know, being friendly with each other again, right? It's like, you know, how can people just forget or pretend it didn't happen or act friendly again after situations like that, right? Because those type of situations, at least with me, they stick with me, right? They stick with me. And I guess I could say that I'm obsessing over the negative experiences, which is preventing me from moving on, preventing me from seeing the good in a situation, or, you know, seeing the good after the fact or something like that. And yeah, I guess it's just part of how my brain works, and I need to help, and I need to try to break myself off of that, you know, kick myself of that habit. But, you know, old habits die hard and all that stuff, which is why which is why I still haven't fully recovered from it and all that stuff, for lack of a better description. However, you know, that's pretty much I wanted to say about that. So with the cliche bullshit out of the way, hopefully we can look forward towards the future. And speaking of the future, obviously, a big part of this year was me starting my university classes, right? That's obviously been a hot topic around my channel the past couple months, and so Furious has been taking every opportunity he can to rip me to threads about it. Every time I stutter, you know, he's bullshitting me on it. So that's obviously been, like I said, a hot topic around the channel. However, that was only one semester of a 4-year course, so I theoretically, statistically speaking, I still have 3.5 years to go. So things are obviously going to still be a little slow in terms of my availability and stuff.
Double kill. Killing spree.
The good news is that I don't have any morning classes, like no early morning classes next semester. Which classes start again on January 10th. It'll probably be, you know, like January or December 31st, January 1st, somewhere along those lines when I upload this video. So, you know, there's still a fair bit of time until classes start. I can probably sneak in a few streams before then. But pretty much when January 10th hits, I'll be starting my next semester. Even though I don't have any early morning shifts, I still have a class Monday to Friday. So there'll still only be weekend streams. However, I can be a little bit more lenient now with my weekend streams because depending on when I work, I don't have to get up early on Monday. So depending on when I work, I might be able to sneak in an extra stream on Sunday, which is pretty good because Furious told me that he'll be mainly available on Sundays going forward. So hopefully we'll have more opportunities for doing some bullshit streamy stuff then. That all depends on when I work, of course, because my work schedule still fluctuates from week to week. So it's not exactly set in stone. There'll still be the guaranteed stream on Fridays. However, the Friday streams may start later than what they have this semester because of the afternoon, evening classes. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to sneak in a few earlier weekend streams because I know a big part of streaming is time zones, right? So, you know, it may not be that people don't care about my channel anymore. It just could be that, you know, life circumstances change and stuff. That's always something you gotta take into account. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is going to be going forward. January 10th, things start back up But without turning into a broken record, there's really nothing more I can say. So, thank you all so much for watching, listening to me ramble on these past 20 minutes. Thank you all so much for the people who have stuck around thus far, despite my significantly reduced schedule and my significant lack of activity on Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. And hopefully anybody that I may have scared off or offended or anything like that can look at this video and understand the reasoning behind my actions. But of course, actions do speak louder than words. So hopefully I'll be able to use what happened this year to make next year better and more respectable in my online interactions. But other than that, I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy New Year to all of y'all. Hopefully 2022 treats us gentle. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.